Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Thanks for tuning in to another video from me. It's Fabric Friday. I'm excited today for this, and this week we're doing pockets, all types of different pockets that we use, that can be used with fabric for our journals. So yeah, I've done some templates and I've done myself some prep already in different styles, and I'm going to talk you through what I've done here and the ideas that I have. And then in the second half of the video I will we'll actually do some making, and I'll show you what I've been doing. But before I start, I wanted to show you from last week when we did the lovely fabric covered tags. I wanted to show you what they look like now that they've been finished off. I think that was the one that we did in the video, so I didn't sew around that. I just left that one as it was. I decorated that one up. I've got the tag here that I've done, and I've stitched around that as well. That's really nice. I like that. I'm just going to angle the blind down a bit more so that I've got a bit more light coming actually down on my desk. That's it, that's a bit better. I did this one that I've stitched around as well. And then these two tall ones are very similar in style, with the strip down here. But yeah, they've cut and they've both been stitched as well. So I'm really pleased with how they've been finished off from last week's. So this week we're on to pockets. Now, to start with, let's move these out of the way and just talk about this first type of pocket. This has just been done exactly the same process as we did last week, where I glued fabric onto some card and I've turned it into a pocket. So I've got one here that's already stuck to the page because you don't have to sew it at all, and that gives us a nice pocket on a page, and it's quite sturdy being on the card. I tend to use a card base for a pocket if the material is quite flimsy or it's lace that I want to layer up and everything, but you could do it with any. I mean, this is quite thin, sort of like cottony material. It's not too thick, so it will take going on the back of a card. So that's one option. Now with pockets, when we do our pockets and we do them with scrapbooking card, we do all sorts of shapes and sizes. Some of our pockets, if I flip that over, will be triangles like that. Some will go that way. We'll even have pockets on the edge of a page where you can tuck in. I don't see why you can't do exactly the same, just on a card base and the fabric on the top, and that gives you a lovely texture in your journal. So I went ahead and prepared a few bases there ready so that you could see you could do them in exactly the same way as we did last week with gluing the fabric down. And then I thought, well, what about double and triple pockets? So these ones are done the same. That piece is on card and this pocket is on card as well, so it makes it really nice and sturdy. So again, it would be really good for thinner material that you think also might fray and everything as well. By gluing it down, it will stop that. So it would be glued onto the page, the three sides. You'd have a pocket there and you'd have a pocket there, and then you can decorate that up. Then I decided, well, let's do it into three and see how that goes. It does make it a little thicker, and that it has got a bit of a weight to it, so you do have to bear that in mind in your journals, but there's no reason why you can't do it this way. So we've got one there, one here, and one little pocket there for some tickets or something to go in there. So yeah, the way we did last time round with the gluing of fabric onto our card, you could do that with any size of your pockets. So that's one idea that I wanted to show you. I'm not going to do this technique on camera because it's exactly the same technique as we did all our tag bases last time round. I want to focus on some of the other techniques that I've got. But yeah, I think they're going to look lovely decorated up. I mean, these have got blue tits on them, so if you get a fussy cut of a blue tit on there with a little label, that's going to look really, really nice. And the same with these. I mean, this, I'd probably have a bit of lace or maybe a word or something on those. So really pleased with those. Now, of course, you don't have to stick the fabric down to card at all. You could just stick it in as it is, which is what I've done with this one. It's just the thin cotton material from one of the fat quarters, and I've stuck it straight down with some Fabri-Tac glue on the page. Now, when I do these ones that I don't back, especially this style, I do like to reinforce this top bit. It just gives it a bit of weight for when you're putting in your tag or your journaling card or whatever you want to pop in there. So I went ahead and made one here that isn't attached, and as you can see, I've put extra bits on here as well and decorated it up, so that would just go on the page like that. Bit of lace across the top. It just looks so lovely, and you can batch make these really nicely. You just cut out a template, which I made myself a template. This is my standard pocket template anyway that I use for all sorts of things, but it's great for fabric because I can just put this on my piece of fabric, cut to the size. I personally like to fray the edges of mine when it's cut like this, just personal preference. And these pocket sizes are 5 inches that way by 4 inches high. This is going on an A4 size paper here in the UK, and as you can see, they just fit ever so nicely on that page, that particular size. So that's the template that I use for that. Now, I also thought to myself, there's another one there that I've done that's ready to be decorated. Look, well, we had all the other shapes and sizes of the pockets that we stuck to cards. You could do the same on without sticking it to the card. As I said, the only thing I would recommend is when you're gluing this down here, you do put something on here just to strengthen that, because when you're tucking it in and out, that's going to have a lot of wear on it. I know when we do our book pages and we do book page pockets, if it's quite brittle, we will reinforce that top bit, fold over the paper so it's stronger. You just need to think about doing the same with fabric. So a nice little lace trim or a bit of ribbon or something on there would work. And yeah, so I've done one that size, I've done one there, and then this one is the side pocket, which again I've just made my templates there for different sizes of pockets. So this one, I'll give you the measurements. This one is 5 by 4. I basically cut a square and then I flipped this one round so that it actually goes 4 by 5, just a bit different, but you can flip that any which way. I just cut a square, or cut a piece of material that was 5 inches long by 4 inches wide, and then just cut it in half diagonally. So that's those. This one is 8 inches tall, and that fits nicely on the corner of a page, and it's 2.5. Is it 2.5? Is it 2.5 or 2? I've written 2 1/4, but I think it's 2.5. Yes, it's 2.5. I don't know why I wrote 2 1/4 on my paper. That's because I did this one 2 1/4, but that one's 2.5. Okay, it doesn't really matter. 2.5, 2 1/4. You're going to get about the same. I mean, you could even just hang that little bit over the edge of the page. That would be quite nice. Excuse me. So that's another idea for you to do. Exactly the same as you would on card, but you don't have to stick it to card. And then I thought, well, you could do exactly the same with the layered pockets, the double pocket and the triple pocket. What I would probably do with these is actually stitch around here, put a bit of lace across these top bits and reinforce it, and then glue it to my page. But there's no reason why you can't have 3 pockets like this and do it that way round. So we might do some more of those. Again, I made myself some templates all going on the original pocket size of 5 by 4 inches. I think this stems, doing this template stems from dressmaking, where you always made yourself a pattern. Even if you were making your own pattern up, you had your pattern pieces. Often you would do them in scaled down in card to see how they would fit best on the page, and manipulate them before you scaled them up into your paper patterns. So for me, I just do myself loads of templates, but you don't have to. You can just cut by eye each time. You don't need to be as precise as I am. So yeah, so that's that idea. The other way I use fabric as pockets, let's check we're all still filming, yeah, is to do a large pocket like this on a page that would then fold and go into the journal. Now I tend to do this style of pocket with excuse me, just gonna have a sip of my drink, my throat's really dry today. Oh, that's better. I tend to do this style of pocket with flimsy viscose or lace, or maybe a satin material that's very soft and silky feeling to it, purely because I just like that look. Now I glued this with Fabri-Tac glue first, then once it dries I sewed around it, and I do tend to do that double style of attaching it to it with the glue and then the stitching, just to make sure it stays. I don't fold it this way purely because when I'm putting it together in a journal, this often goes like this, and you can end up with creasing on the page of this, and yeah, I've had it rip and tear the paper a few times before. So what I like to do is, once I've done it like that, I fold the paper outwards. Then it's nice and smooth. This doesn't kink up or anything, and it can, when you're sewing in your signature, it's in there nice and tight on the page like that. That's just how I've found personally that works better for me, having it that way round and sewing it in. If I was to decorate this up, you could decorate it up afterwards. You just need to put a piece of paper behind here so that you didn't glue right through onto the paper behind. But I usually tend to decorate this up beforehand. Have another sip of my lovely fruit tea. So yeah, that's that idea. And that's how I like to use that as a pocket. And then I just decided to have a little bit of fun and a play and see if I could really push it out and do like a little envelope pocket on the page. But this is actually gusseted, so I've got a little flap up, and then this opens up. Does that show? Yeah, opens up like so, and it's all made of fabric. So it goes on the page with a pocket behind it. I think that's coming. I'm going to have to glue that back down again. That goes behind there. This flips up, and you do have a pocket at the very back here, like this, which is the third of the gussets. But I've stuck it completely flat to the base, and that's purely because I didn't, when you pulled this up, I didn't really want to see all this back, the back bit of the fabric. but it's still a pocket. You can get a nice little journaling card in there, and then in here you could put some little ephemera pieces, maybe some butterflies and labels, that kind of thing. And then to close it all up, you could Velcro this down. Depends on the material that you use. You'd have to be quite delicate opening it, and depends on how many times you're going to flip it up and go in and out of the pocket. But I've just done a little cluster of some scraps of fabric, sewed a little button directly on there, and it's got quite a weight to it now that it's got the button, and it just seems to hold that nicely down, so I don't need to worry about putting any Velcro or anything like that. And I just thought, in a journal on a page, that looks so cute and lovely. It does give a bit of a thickness to the page, but if you've got this maybe at the front of your journal, or at the back, if you had it folding this way and you had it on the back of your journal, that wouldn't be too bad. So yeah, so that's a few of my ideas. What I thought we would start off with is this one, because I wanted to show you this. The others I think are probably more self-explanatory as to how you would actually do them, whereas this, I wanted to just show you how I did my version of this one with the fabric. So let's see how we're doing. I mean, not too bad. Not too bad. We'll see how we go with the video. I'm conscious that I've only really got about half an hour before it will want to cut out on me. So what I've gone ahead and done is prepped what I need, the paper here and my piece of material. Now I'm going on the standard size of the pockets that I use, which is a 5 inches this way, but obviously I want it to sit about 4. You can see it's slightly taller than 4, but that's absolutely fine. So I measured 5 inches that way, and then this whole length is 12 inches this way. So you've got 5 across, 12 high. That gives you a nice fold up, which is about 4.5 inches I folded up, and then leaving a little bit of gap, I just folded that down by eye, just so that it looked nice as a pocket on the page. So that will go on there. You'll have your pocket flip up, and this bit will pull out. So we now need to cut the paper. Now this paper is 5, so that it sits just inside and will glue nicely onto here. And I've cut it, no sorry, I haven't cut it 5, I've cut it 4 and, now is it 7/8? Let me just see. 4 and 7/8. Sorry, my maths sometimes is not very good, my brain. So yeah, just enough so that it sits inside. Obviously if we'd have cut it at 5, it would be right on the very edge, but you want it just so that it sits inside. And these are cut from a standard size of A4. I've just cut them like so, with the paper that way. And then all we do to create the pockets is the same way as you would do any type of concertina in pocket if you were doing this with card, is just to fold them in half first. Like so, and then if I grab my glue, we just want to glue them together so that it forms a pocket. So it's just a bit of glue down either side of this. Like so. That just glues it nice and closed as to a pocket. Like that. We do all 3 of these. So, oh, donut, we don't need to close that, do we? You don't do it that way. You just put glue down here and glue down here. There. So that's open. Lovely. Okay. Glue not sticking. Okay. So let's do this one. So I'm sure there's lots of other ways you guys like to do pockets. So let me know if you've got any fun ideas that you'd like to see. But yeah, I mean, I just thought to myself that basically whatever you do with card, you could really do with fabric as well. I mean, sometimes, like I said, as the fabric might be soft and silky, so you might need to actually stick it onto some card, but there's no reason why you can't. Now, when these all facing the top, let me just grab my glue sheet. I just eyeball the middle and do a line down the middle. Position them all, oops, sorry, like so. Like that. And we put this one on like that. And that should give us our little concertina pocket. Lovely. Okay, so with our little base here, we need to glue this into place here. Now when I glue this back one into place, I do use Fabri-Tac glue for this. Just because I know it will stick and will bond really, really well, because if you're going in and out of the pocket, you don't want it to come off. That's the only reason I'm using Fabri-Tac glue, but you can use your fabric glue of choice. Okay, so I've already folded this and given myself a little bit of a crease so that I know roughly where to do it, and I just put that on there so that that bit can fold up. Okay, give it a good smush down. Make sure that's stuck. Fabri-Tac bonds quite quickly, so that's good. Now, yeah, I glued this completely down onto here as well. It just means that it's a bit stronger for opening it. So we'll do the same on this one. Some Fabri-Tac glue all along the front. Like so. And then we can just fold this up like this. Just going to make sure it's all smooshed out. And then that will fold over, and that's our little pocket. I'm going to leave it like that to dry for a few moments. While that's drying, let's have a little look in our fun scraps and see if we can make a little cluster. So I think I want a bit of this. This is nice. That will go with the purple. So we'll have that as the base. Got a little bit of blue here. Oh, I do love the sound of that ripping. A little bit of the blue. We've got a small bit of the purple. We have, let's put a little bit of this in the middle, just giving each little bit of a little extra fray. There we go. I think that would look really, really nice on here. And then we need a button. Let's have a little look and see what I've got in my jar. That's yellow and some red hearts. Let's have a look and see what we've got in here, my old button jar. Oh, that would match. I think the purple would be a bit too big. That looks like a really dark purple. Is it? Not sure. Let's have a little look. Let's put our cluster on here and see what we think. Yeah, I do think that's a bit too big. Yeah, I'm going to go with my first thought of that little one. Okay, are we all still filming? We are, yeah. So I've got some thread here that's already been knotted, ready to go. And let's pull that down. Now I'm just going to secure the button onto here first, like so, and then where did we want it? We wanted it so that it hung down a little bit, didn't we? We want it about there. And then I'm just going to go straight through and sew like you would sew a button on a shirt or a top or something. I'm just sewing it onto here. And then back up the hole, which you can never usually find when you do buttons. There we go. And back down again, just a couple of times will do, and then I'm just going to knot it off. You could do it the other way and have your bow and your knot at the top, but I guess again that's the sewing part of me that just puts it behind. Do a couple of top knots through here, and let's just do one final knot. One, two, three. Oh, it's all gone. Where's it done that? This doesn't usually happen. I don't know why it's gone and there we go. That's it. That twisted itself up. I split the skin under my nail yesterday when I was doing something in the kitchen. Oh, both my nails are really sore today. So there we go. That's our little, we've got a little loop there. Never mind. That's our little weighted pocket, and that does weight it down quite nicely. So let's open this up now, and it should, providing I've not stuck anything together, give me our 3 pockets. Now you could, this would make a lovely little Happy Mail gift actually, wouldn't it? Leaving it like that you can put some Happy Mail in and then sending it like that. You could leave it and actually you could put it into the pocket and have the flap over the pocket. That would work. The only thing I would say is in doing that I would probably take the back piece higher, because this is quite floppy, this top bit, whereas it's quite firm where we've got the paper. But that's how I do this little gusseted pocket, and we'd just stick this down. I did that one on the 3 sides down here so that it gave me a pocket behind it. But yeah, nice and simple, and that's just going to be so effective on a page. Again, we could decorate this up. You could put some flowers, some butterflies, that kind of thing on there. So that's that idea. I think we've actually got time. Yeah, I'm going to pause the video here and get out some paper bits, and I thought what we'd do is in the second half of the video we'll do some of the decorating on the bits that I'd already pre-prepared, now that I've managed to actually show you how to do this little gusseted pocket on for a page, or you could have it as an envelope. So I will be back shortly. Hello again. So for the second half of this little video, I thought we'd decorate some of these up, get some of the projects finished that we've got. These are the card bases. I thought we'd start with these ones first. What I might actually do is do these 3, see if we can't get some decoration onto these. So I've pulled out various bits of ephemera that we've got, and I know definitely want to do some butterflies, and I'm just wondering about some of these little flowers as well. Let's have a little look. These are all from Tracy Fox. We've got oh, that's nice. I like that on there. I think these are a bit big for those, and these, yeah. I've got a couple of smaller ones here. That might work. That might work on that one because it's taller. Yeah, that would work on there. No, I like that one better. Okay, so let's then have a look at, do we want some little butterflies or do we want a little word? What have we got? I'm wondering actually. Some of these coloured ones, these are Tracy Fox's mini colour butterflies. She's LoveJunkJournals on Etsy. I'm just thinking if we have a little butterfly and a word. Definitely want a butterfly on this one. I'm thinking I'll probably stick with one of the purple ones. I don't know actually, they might be a bit big for it. That one. Okay. What do we want? Let's go with this one first, because I think I want to have a little word or something at the top of it. Got some words on here. These are from Pink Monarch Prints. My words. I'm just wondering if we have that further up. Just to do a second one. Let's have a look at these. I'm just playing around now, trying to decide on how I want it. I'm probably taking way too long to decide really. Oh, there's a small one. We could have that one. Maybe we want a little label. Perhaps that's what we want at the top there. Let's go for a word. Let's choose a word, and I think peace would be quite nice down the bottom here. Or do we want something that's slightly bigger? Gratitude is a bit too big. Inspire might be nice. I like that. That's what I hope this Fabric Friday little series will inspire you guys to play with fabric. If you're not someone that's played with much fabric in journals before, I hope it inspires you to start. Or if you're a seasoned journaler and always use fabric for different things, I hope it reminds you of maybe techniques that you've haven't done in a while or something like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to have that behind there with a little bit of lace, and then that up there. Then I just want a little number or something in the top of there. Let's have a little look and see what we've got in our Tracy Fox labels. These might not be the right ones. Okay, I like that one actually. That's fine, with a little date at the top. Okay, so let's give them an ink, and then hopefully we will have at least one done in our remaining time. They are so fun to do with the fabric. It gives such a lovely feel to the pocket with the different fabric that you could use. I still need to do the butterfly, don't I? And then it looks like I need to trim up from my scan and cut. Look, put that in my bin over there. Actually, I could do that one out there. Such a lovely sunny day here today. It's very windy though, and very, very cold. Yeah, it's we always do this time of year, get our cold weather. I might have it so that those two together and those two are together. So let's grab my tub of little scraps. There should be some in here that are right size for going on to. Let's do little. Oh, how about that? A little bit of lace behind there. Look at that. I think that would work nicely. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's put the lace on here. I'm using Fabri-Tac glue for this. And I just need to take the little goober off the top. Okay. I think it was that way. There we go. Right, let's put the glue on. Roughly kind of put that there. Put the glue on here, and then we'll know where to put it afterwards. So yeah, these first few episodes of Fabric Fridays, I'm just covering kind of like the basis really of some very basic how-tos and everything. Most of us in the junk journaling community, unless you're a newbie and a beginner, will cover things in fabric. I think we're going to be doing some journal covers and everything, but I have got some other ideas that I've not tried and I've not seen too many people on YouTube doing as well in the Fridays to come. So I thought I'd just do some basic ones first to ease us in. So if you are a beginner, you know you've got a good understanding then. And then that's just going to sit nicely over the top. That's nice, I like that. Make sure I've got it straight. Glue on here. I might do my trick with the butterfly actually and have it popping up. I think that would be quite nice. I haven't done that in a while because I've not been using butterflies. I've been doing autumn stuff, then Halloween, and then Christmas. It's nice to get back to flowers, butterflies, spring vibrant colours. This is all I do. I just create myself a little fold, literally just like that, either side, and then I glue in this centerpiece. It'll come out. Put some glue down, and then just literally do that, and then that's stuck, and the wings have got a bit of dimension to them. Nice and simple. I don't like to make things too complicated. So, oh, that is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Let's have a look on how that's going to be on the side of a page. Tuck something in it. Yeah, I really like that. That's come up lovely. And I love how you've got the texture. So that's one that we've done. Let's have a look at this one and see what we want to do. Definitely think maybe a word along there. So we want a slightly longer word. Let's pull these out and see what we've got. I move this way. I can put these on here, and we'll have these are the ones I was thinking might be quite nice. Choose joy every day. It needs to be quite a long one. I wonder if that would work. Never lose your sense of wonder. Yes, it would. There we go. These aren't, as you can see, not my go-to words, but I just think it warrants a longer word on there. It also helps ground the flower as well, I think. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice there, and then maybe we could have, I don't know, maybe a ticket or something like that behind it. That might be nice. Let's put these to the side, and let's have a look at these tickets again. These are Tracy Fox tickets, but I'm just thinking I might like that, and then a bit of lace behind the word. Yeah, I think I like that. These are her vintage tickets set B. I've got A and B in the two sets here. That would look nice. Okay, let's do a bit of inking. Just check. We're not doing too badly. And then just a bit on the flower, take off that stark white. There we go. So my Fabri-Tac glue. So that's going to go there with that over there. Yep. I didn't need to put the lid on my glue, but I did. It's habit. Okay. that's too thin. Yeah, too thin. Not long enough. Not long enough. I might have to cut a piece looking at these. I don't think they're going to be fat enough or long enough. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. That's my big bit. Do we have anything else? Well, that will be good. We'll cut this bit up. Yeah, there we go. Fabric. Actually, I just want to see how well this cuts lace. My little rotary cutter here, I've not used it on lace before. So we just do a rough. Yeah, lovely. It isn't fairly new, so I got it last year, but I haven't used it a great deal, so oh, actually get it straighter than when I'm with scissors, cutting with scissors. There we go. So we just need to glue the lace onto here. Like so. Bit of blue on the back of the lace. And then this can just go here. Yeah, I like that. That's another really cute pocket. And then that will just go on a page like here, and for you to tuck something behind it. And it's on card, so we don't need to reinforce any bit of it. We're just decorating it. That's really lovely. Another one I really, really like. So I'm not going to do that one. What I thought I might do is just decorate the front of this, put a little flower or something on the front. Let's see, we've got some of these. I know you're going to then lose it, so I don't want anything too tall. Okay. About that. We got them. Oh, they might be quite nice. Let's have another little look so you can see what we've got. Yeah, I think there are some smaller flowers in this section. Let's have a look. Don't want roses. That might not be too bad. Quite like the blue because it brings in the little bit of blue that I've put there. For some reason I don't kind of want it that side. I think I'm going to go with that, and we'll have a nice little word across there as well. So let's pop these back in here, and then let's have a little look at our words. I'm thinking a bigger one, if I've got any printed. There's a couple here, these size ones. I think that's all I've got. Yeah, I need to print some more words. I've got my up and down ones, but I think they're a bit too big to go up and down on there. Yeah, you'd lose the top of those up and down ones. Really need to get myself some more words, actually. I think some more digital words. Let's cut this one out and see if it would, my idea would work. Put the stamp on that, keep that bit. And there we go. Yeah, I was thinking of kind of hiding the bouquet slightly behind there. And then what about a butterfly? Maybe we do need a butterfly on here. Maybe we want a nice pale blue one. And we could have the butterfly on there. What do we think? Or do we want a butterfly? I think I quite like that actually. I think I'm going to go with that. Again, I need to fix my butterfly, cut off its antennae. And then a bit of inking. And then we're probably done. So I'll just go over once I've got these glued down and recap with what I've done. Actually, I'm going to have to do this way. Like so, and then just a bit on the edge of this one. Okay, so we have you here. Let's get you ready to glue. Okay. There is where I want it, further down. Let me just grab my tissue and wipe off this glue that's not on here. Gotta move it down. Lovely. My thumb is sore. Okay, so then I'm going to glue this down. Like so. Again, I'm obviously putting way more glue on than I actually need because it's oozing out. It's the second one it's oozed out on. Okay. Glue will pick off there nicely. There we go. Okay, so now I want the butterfly. I'm just going to glue the butterfly all down on this one because it's going to be quite a, it's thicker than the other pocket. So let's do that. And I kind of wanted it to just go like that. There we go. So that's this one decorated up. And all we need to do is to just glue it down. So there we go. So to recap, we've got our card covered pockets, any shape that you like, any, you know, single, double, triple, corner ones, side ones, any bit of card or thick bit of paper can be covered in fabric to use as your base. So we've got those ideas. We have everything that we've done in the card covered one, we've done without covering it and using, just sticking it down as it is, like I decorated that one up. So we've got that idea that you can use. You don't have to stick it to a base. There's my full page or double page pocket that I do like so. And then this cute little pocket that concertina's out, like little envelope pocket. So there we go, that's my Fabric Friday video for pockets. And then, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you get some inspiration from it. even if it is just to revisit some of these pockets that you already know how to do. I just hope it inspires you to play with fabric, basically have fun with the fabric. So there, I will be back in my next video. Take care everyone. Thanks for watching and supporting my channel. Bye.